GI distress, infertility, anxiety, and more. Western and Chinese pulses and blood pressure will also assist in the diagnosis. Dr. Zaya offers acupuncture needling, fire and magnetic cupping, laser therapy, injectables, and so much more to minimize pain and help with sports injury management. Add that to a world-class marathon and sports coaching and yoga practices, and you've found your Zen. If you're ready to be well and stay well, contact Dr. Sandy Zaya at Meridians and Marathons today to book your appointment. That's meridiansandmarathons.com.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you ready to go beyond? Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place. Go beyond. Good evening and welcome to Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. As a motivational speaker, trainer, and mindset coach with the John Maxwell team, I help individuals and organizations and businesses to get out of their own way, to stop talking about what they want to do and actually do what they want to do. If you're not getting the results that you want in your life or business, I can help you go beyond. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com or like and message me on my Facebook page at Ready, Set, Go Beyond. I do masterminds and workshops individually and with groups. If you're a team of 1 or you're a team of 100, we need to work on your communication skills, how you're showing up, what your intention is, and following through with what you said that you wanted to achieve. Don't just survive, it's time to thrive. So I'm so excited to welcome my very special guest and also Go Beyond show sponsor, Dr. Sandy Zia, founder of Meridians and Marathon. She is a functional acupuncture physician. She is incredible. And I had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Zia at a holistic event. And I'm sure that you guys would know that we just hit it off and connected immediately. I was really impressed, not just with her background, which you're going to hear a lot more about in a few minutes, but also her passion for helping people, for helping them be well and stay well through healthcare from a refreshing alternative point of view. So I want to welcome Dr. Sandy Zia from Meridians and Marathons. Thank you so much for being here.
Always good to see you.
It's always great. The conversation, yes. I mean, we always run out of time, and I really want to cut to the chase, and really there's so many important things that we want to talk about. So I'm just going to really go into a little bit about you, and then I know there are a few things that you want to talk about as far as depression, which is running rampant, not just in our country, but all over the world. Right. So as a functional acupuncture physician, people automatically think about the needles, right? Absolutely. And they think about pain management and headaches, and those are just the things that come to mind. But you handle so much more. I would love for you to talk about what the preconception is and how you, how many people you help and all the different facets behind that. Because it's really, I want everybody who's listening and watching, it's going to resonate with them.
That's a really good opener to talk about what acupuncture actually is and what... That's a really good opener to talk about what acupuncture is and a lot of the assumptions around acupuncture.
Correct.
And I will also say that in my personal experience, not only as a patient, because when I talk to people, they forget that I was a patient a lot longer than I was a physician, right? That makes sense. And when I'm talking to other patients and potential patients, I'm finding out that their common conception is that you go in, you meet with your acupuncturist,
right,
and they throw some needles in you, and that's the basic treatment.
Right. No conversation, nothing more in depth than that.
And that has been my own personal experience as well. And that's pretty standard, not only in this country, but abroad and in China from where it became popular. So my message now is that I am a functional physician first. And one of the modalities that I use is acupuncture.
Right.
And one of the tools is the needle. Having said that, I have other modalities as well, and I can use them together in tandem. I can use one and not the other. We can use one week and something else another week. For example, some of those that I use are the laser therapy, okay? And I can use the laser for patients who've got phobias of needles, for example. For children, for example, I can use the laser on one side of the body and I can use needles on another side of the body. Again, it's less penetration points with the needle.
Right.
And it also allows me to do work where I can leave the patient in one position and not have to come in and disrupt them and have them change positions. When some patients are coming in fact, many patients are coming in for stress and anxiety, and very often will fall asleep. So the last thing, me included as a patient, we want to have happen is someone to knock on the door and say, okay, let's flip. They really just want to be left alone to get into their Zen state, right? So that's one of the other modalities that I offer. I can also offer cupping. Right. A couple of different kinds of cupping. I can do moving cupping. I can do fire cupping. I can do magnetic cupping. Lots of different things that we can do with cupping.
And it all depends on the patient. You're not, it's not a one size fits all. You are, what I love about your practice is that you explored everything as a patient first and saw how you wanted to be treated, and that you wanted somebody, the doctor, the physician, to go further.
Exactly.
To be able to treat them.
Well, Jordana, it makes complete sense. I mean, first of all, I am practicing in the United States of America. Okay, so to not be able to have a conversation about Western medicine practices, the things that not only I grew up with, but most of my patients grew up with, and that's the dialogue that they bring to the table. So if they're going to come with their experience and that information to my table, and all I'm going to do is say, well, in TCM or traditional Chinese medicine, here's what I do, and I throw some needles in and walk out the door, which, let me tell you, this is very common here. It's extremely common for the practitioner to not even be in the room, okay? And then to not explain to the patient what exactly we're doing, what we're treating, what we're trying to accomplish. The education piece is missing. Why are you inserting that needle in that point? What exactly are we trying to accomplish with that? Right. And then from that, a beautiful dialogue begins. What else is going on in your life? Right. The emotional piece, the psycho-emotional piece, past traumas, the things that come out in my room during these treatments is really groundbreaking, not only for me, but for them, because they're bringing things back into their life that they either squirreled away and didn't honor and respect or completely forgot. For example, riding a bike as a 6-year-old, a patient fell off their bike and hit their head. Find out, well, yeah, that was a trauma, but it wasn't treated. It was never looked into. There could still be remnants of that injury affecting that patient. For sure. I am willing to tell you right here and now, that is not standard care in any practice, okay? Right. Any traditional medicine and or acupuncture practice. These are the questions and the digging that has to occur in a functional, holistic practice.
And the fact that you dig, and you dig deep, is incredible. And I want to just ask a question, because you were talking about anxiety, and you did touch upon depression. And that's a very important subject that's running rampant. And it's not just older people that are experiencing that. So how is that? I know I want you to touch upon that and how the modalities that you're offering and provide might be, you know, for our listeners and viewers, they might know somebody in their family or experiencing those themselves. And to know that it's not just for headaches, although it's great for headaches, or for pain management. I really
Right.
want you to, maybe delve in a little deeper to be able to let them know about that too, because that's a very important subject, and I know it is for you as
Absolutely.
well to have that
Well, I'm
conversation.
extremely passionate. If you can't see it, oozing out of my pores to talk about depression because I want to be a game changer in the field of depression. I am that passionate about it
Right.
because as a mother of 4 children, it absolutely disturbs me that children are being dosed antidepressants and they're getting younger and younger and younger.
Right.
The numbers, I don't even have the numbers. It's not even worth dropping the numbers here, but the statistics are scary and frightening because the ages of onset of early depression have now come into preteen.
Right.
Okay. So
Scary.
imagine the
Scary.
trajectory for our youth when we start dosing them with these scary pharmaceuticals that are not free of side effects. Okay. So what happens is someone has a life-changing event, someone has a bad episode at school, whatever.
Right.
They go to see a traditional doctor. This is the normal trajectory
Right.
of things. And a lot of times it's just a general practitioner. Okay. The child looks sad. We immediately get the umbrella term out of depression. Then that's followed with the prescription pad. And then we're putting them on a antidepressant. Okay. So there's a lot of things wrong in that little narrative that I just shared with you.
Yes.
It should not come from a GP or an internal medicine doctor. For one, it should come from a specialist. Secondly, that specialist needs to take a deep dive into what is going on in that child's life.
Having that conversation and the
that's
dialogue.
where those conversations. It could be something as simple as the child fell off their bike and is suffering
Wow.
from a TBI, a traumatic brain injury, that's not ever been treated.
Right.
Okay, so with what I can do
Right.
in my office that is drug-free and minimal side effects, a lot of this can come from using these needles on the body. I can also do scalp acupuncture where I'm actually treating the areas of the brain that I have identified as compromised.
Really?
How have I identified that they're compromised? You know, there's these things called diagnostic tests that you can do that don't come from high-end equipment. Just basic tests that I have them walking in and out of my office. I watch their gait. I watch if there's a sway to their gait. I put them through these tests, and I can identify a lot from right there. If I'm not comfortable with what I'm seeing, I may refer them out for an additional scan. And then that scan will actually look as the brain is functioning at rest and at work. Jordana, it's not going to come in a standard MRI.
No.
And I'm telling you, standard care from psychiatry is not going to order an MRI. So we could be missing
Right.
some very real injuries and traumas that we're putting in the umbrella of depression when there's something physically wrong with someone.
That's unbelievable.
And that's just one of the roots to talk about with depression. We haven't even entered the gut discussion.
So
Okay?
based on that, because we're going to run some commercials, but I know everybody can hear how passionate you are. And I want you to talk about the offers and how they can reach you to set up a consultation or to get the blood work or whatnot, because you have some very special offers that I know that there's a limited time, and I would love for you to tell our viewers and listeners about that before we go to break, and then we're going to continue with this amazing conversation. So can you
Awesome.
tell us real quick about
Yes.
what?
So the offer that I am providing right now
Right.
is my standard initial appointment, which, hold on to your hat, takes about 2 hours. Okay, so let me know the last time you've spent 2 hours with a physician, a licensed physician in the room.
I don't think anybody could say that.
Okay, so 2 hours in my care. That is normally $100, which is still basement prices.
Right.
I am chopping that in half for the rest of the month.
Wow.
Okay, so
Until the
now and
31st of March.
Through midnight, March 31st, that will be $50 for that initial appointment where we do some of those neurological tests that I
Right.
said to look at brain function.
Unbelievable.
Because I have to make sure that what we're talking about going on inside of the body has integrity and that there aren't issues there that need to be managed physically, right? Before we can talk about depression.
Absolutely. And what is the second offer? And then I want your website, please, and your
Absolutely.
email so that they can contact you, book these appointments, make sure you get in at that 50% off. You will be glad that you did, and you're going to have the time and have the conversations for her to help you, for Dr. Zia to get to the bottom of what it is that's holding you back.
So what I'm offering now is really exciting. I am now opening a new phase in my practice where I'm going to have a membership program.
Wow.
And this makes total sense because it's consistent.
It's ongoing.
It's consistent with my message of get well and stay well.
Right.
Don't wait to be sick. Don't wait to have broken relationships, missing days at work, disability, etc. If you are well, have the gratitude and the common sense to stay well and to use what I have to keep you balanced.
Right.
So having said that, you can get 2 visits a month for 6 months,
Right.
and you lock that in and you pay it all up front for $600.
That's phenomenal.
And you get to spend an hour in my care twice a month.
Incredible.
And you can choose whatever modality you want to have. Okay, so you can choose whether it's going to be a cupping experience or laser therapy or needling,
Right.
or we could just come in and have a consult.
How
we
can
could go over blood work.
How can they lock that in with you?
So they can lock that in through my website. Meridiansandmarathons.com is how you get a hold of me on my URL. All my contact information and scheduling information is available there.
Okay.
Again, that's meridiansandmarathons.com.
Okay.
And you can also email me through that at sandy@meridiansandmarathons.com.
Perfect. We're going to go back and continue this great conversation and hear about these incredible offers from Dr. Sandy Zia from Meridians and Marathons. We're going to run for a commercial break, and we will be right back. Thank you so much, Jordana Foster with Go Beyond.
Cirque Hotel is one of the newest and most exciting boutique hotels in downtown Hollywood, Florida. Cirque Hotel at Hollywood's Young Circle is the ideal getaway to this relaxed, vibrant, and beautiful beachfront community conveniently tucked between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, just minutes from Hollywood Beach and Hollywood Broadwalk. This stunning 111-room modern boutique hotel, operated by Trust Hospitality, was designed with a contemporary flair and inspired by the area's blossoming art scene. The long-awaited 12-story Cirque Hotel features Olivia, an authentic Italian restaurant by well-known South Florida restaurateur Piero Filpi and Marcello Sindani. Olivia is elegant and incorporates the highest quality ingredients, yet maintains an atmosphere that's fun and hip, a perfect reflection of Cirque Hotel. Olivia includes the cellar with more than 900 bottles of wine, a fresh mozzarella bar, warm, friendly seating, and mouth-watering menu. Cirque offers a high-energy bar and lounge area and private dining and event spaces. The Muse, a chic and sexy rooftop bar and lounge on the 11th floor pool deck, offers specialty craft portions and elixirs, an Italian-influenced menu, and live music from local artists. Presto Market and Coffee House features handcrafted coffee drinks and fresh grab-and-go wraps, sandwiches and salads. There's a state-of-the-art fitness center and 3,000 square feet of flexible meeting space on the 11th floor. Each of Cirque Hotel's well-appointed rooms and suites include a seating area, wet bar, 55-inch television, and luxury bath with rain shower and upscale amenities. Many feature balconies offering picturesque South Florida views. Cirque Hotel is the ultimate haven for business professionals, vacationers, and social groups who enjoy a cultural atmosphere and are looking to indulge, relax, and unwind. The uniquely branded Cirque Hotel sets a new standard for dining and entertainment in the heart of downtown Hollywood. Come, indulge, relax, and experience the Cirque Hotel. At Mr. Restoration, our main goal is to get your family back into your home safe and sound. We are a Florida property damage remediation company with over 20 years experience in the industry. We specialize in water, mold, fire, and smoke damage. We cover residential, commercial, and industrial properties. Things get hard when a homeowner or renter has to face these problems, but we are here for you. We are with you from the time of the emergency to the moment it's time to get you back into your property. We make property managers, public adjusters, insurance agents, maintenance crews, homeowners, and renters' lives more efficient and easier by following a step-by-step SOS foolproof plan. Put us on speed dial this year and make us your #1 visit at MrRestorationFL.com or call us at 844-878-5285. Interact with us and stay up to date with all the latest news by liking, following, and sharing on all social media platforms. Mr. Restoration, veteran-owned, 2 decades of experience. We served our country. Now let us serve you.
At Meridians and Marathons, Dr. Sandy Zia offers a refreshing new approach to healthcare. helping her clients be well, stay well, and manage pain. As a functional medicine physician and acupuncturist, Dr. Zaya reviews your comprehensive health history, including all organ systems, blood panels, recommendations, and neurological tests. She examines on a deeper level by asking specific questions to identify the root patterns that show up as symptoms such as pain, insomnia, GI distress, infertility, anxiety, and more. Western and Chinese pulses and blood pressure will also assist in the diagnosis. Dr. Zaya offers acupuncture needling, fire and magnetic cupping, laser therapy, injectables, and so much more to minimize pain and help with sports injury management. Add that to a world-class marathon and sports coaching and yoga practices, and you've found your Zen. If you're ready to be well and stay well, contact Dr. Sandy Zaya at Meridians and Marathons today to book your appointment. That's meridiansandmarathons.com.
You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470. Welcome back to Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster, and I'm thrilled to welcome back my guest and sponsor, Dr. Sandy Zia from Meridians and Marathons. And I want to give a shout out and thank you to my three sponsors of the Go Beyond show real quick. Mr. Restoration. If you have fire, mold, or water damage, these are the guys to call. They're the experts in the business and extremely reliable, so thank you. The Cirque Hotel, which is a chic boutique hotel in the heart of downtown Hollywood for happy hours and on the rooftop bar, the Muse, or authentic Italian cuisine. That's the place to go. You have to check the Cirque out. And of course, Dr. Sandy Zia from Meridians and Marathons. And I want to continue our conversation because there's like an unending list of all the modalities, not only that you offer, but the treatments that it provides. So, we were talking about like stress relief and depression, but there's a lot more.
Absolutely. There's all kinds of potential people out there that can perform better and feel better by getting on the table and allowing me to do the work. And technically, they're the ones healing themselves. Mm-hmm. And that really comes from having an open conversation with them about how they're living their life, what they're eating, how they're moving their body. And the more integrity we can have in that conversation, the more I can do for them. So that's why I do this 2-hour intake process where I'm going over every aspect of their life.
It's pretty intensive.
It is. But one of the things I'll tell you is concerning for me that you would think and possibly assume is standard care. Right. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions. So I wanted to take, a pause here to mention it with you, is that blood work is a way to look inside the body, right? It's a way to measure. Certainly, it's a timestamp of what's going on in the body. Okay, right. So that's a really important measure to look at your health status. It's not being done on a regular basis for many people, for one.
Wow.
Other people, it's done, but very irregularly. And thirdly, when it is done, there are things that are being ordered that really aren't that insightful, which begs the question, are we just spending our patients' money and not really having a conversation with them about the outcome of the blood work?
Right.
And then where are the things that are preventative? I'm telling you, when I review 99% of these, most of the preventative stuff is not in there. Do you understand why that is?
No.
Let me educate our public here. The reason that is that you have to have a diagnostic for insurance to pay. Okay. So if you don't have a diagnosed illness already, then when you go to submit that blood work for insurance, insurance is going to say, well, why would we measure something that there's no illness for?
Okay.
Okay. I'm all about entertaining this thing that is called PM. Okay. Preventative medicine.
That's a great,
okay.
great
I don't
idea.
know about you, but would you
I'm
kind of
all
like
interested
to
in
know
preventative.
that your heart is working well right now and it will continue to work well because I'm going to do these kinds of lifestyle changes, and Sandy's also going to take a look twice a year and measure a few things with respect to cardiac health. Just one example, right?
Amazing.
To make sure that my heart is functioning well. Okay. That will not be paid for in standard care because there is not a diagnosis.
Right.
But I don't know about you. Do you want to wait for a cancer diagnosis or a cardiac diagnosis to start treating yourself?
No.
Or would you
and prevention
rather?
is key. I love that that's where you're coming from. That's where you are teaching your patients. That's where your passion is from.
Extremely.
And so that's why you take the time and you delve deeper.
And here's the thing. Part of the reason is the time isn't there. The time is not available
right.
for the doctors to have these consults with our patients. I am willing to do that for my patients because I think this is a game changer.
So speaking of the consult, could you please tell them your special offers, because you have two and there are timely basis.
Yes.
So can you please,
yes.
and also how we can message, you can, on the link below, on the comments below, please write down.
Absolutely.
Write
Get
down that you're interested in this, and
bring
also
me your lab work, bring me your diagnosis.
So what are the offers?
So two offers. One is I'm offering 50% off the initial exam
which
evaluation.
is $100 usually.
Normally it's $100. I'm offering that for $50.
Amazing.
And just because I'm doing that doesn't mean you're going to spend less time with me. It's still going to be 2 hours.
Exactly.
And some people could be there for even longer. There's that much information sharing.
And
okay?
the second offer?
The second one is based on a membership where I'm really trying to promote people staying well and being well.
Right.
Travel, move, do the things you want without being sick. Sign up for this membership program and you get 2 visits a month for $100 a month. It's a 6-month program.
Unbelievable.
It's a great deal.
You guys need to take advantage of this. Dr. Sandy Zia, to keep you feeling well and being well, and the preventative track. I want to thank you so much for being my guest here tonight. You know that I'm a quote girl, so I'm going to say that, hold on, let me find it. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Dr. Sandy Zia from Meridians. Let's change some lives. Let's make an impact. And you're phenomenal. And I really encourage you all to check her out and let her help you get healthy and get on that preventative track. Again, thank you so much. I'm Jordana Foster.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. With Go Beyond, we'll see you here next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Everybody feel good. Take care of yourself. Good night.
Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758 or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.
The opinions expressed